This looks like a sell first, ask questions later. What's up, everybody? Welcome aboard to Bubba's Daily Update. And you know, this is being taped around noon, 12:30. I wanted to make sure I got out an update as I will be traveling this afternoon on the road and won't be able to get to you. But in the meantime, this looks like a sell first, ask questions later, pretty much across the board, all asset classes. There's been talk about some stuff in Saudi Arabia and what's going on with Davos in the desert and other issues. But again, we have remained and contended that we were going to see a sell-off. And in fact, this morning, before any of this news came out, when the markets were trying to rally back, I texted out to everybody that, hey, the VIX is not coming down. There looks like there's more issues in the market and we could expect to see some selling. That's exactly what we're seeing. But again, this is pretty much broad-based selling across all groups. NASDAQ getting pounded, Dow down 400, S&P down 40 points, grains are down, meats kind of mixed with hogs down. Gold, the dollar, and the bonds are all higher, which is our flight to quality type of trades. So what we're looking for here is I would expect to see at some point today a pretty solid bounce back up, which again, we are looking to sell rallies here. We are looking to be on the short side of this market anyways, as we have contended. We've talked about what the black swan event may be. Maybe it will end up being some things that go on with Saudi Arabia. Maybe they'll start liquidating all their holdings as they are very big shareholders here. So there is certainly some panic and fear going on. The one thing I want to warn everyone about is don't chase the market down. If you want to get short, look for a substantial rally. And it's not, in this case, it wouldn't be a 50-point rally. We'd be looking for probably to cut the losses in half if we were going to look to sell. But in the meantime, it's a great market to observe if you're not used to or a professional trading in these kind of markets. They are very fast. They move very fast. It's hard to get out of the way if you're wrong. So I would be very careful here. But it does look like it has a chance to get very ugly today, depending on how the news flow and depending on if we just see the dip buyers. Now, again, the dip buyers have been coming in, but they have not been able to push up to new highs. So that's always the case you watch for when a market is turning, is those lower highs coming in. When you look at the general market, we had that big rally on Tuesday, which we called a dead cat bounce, rip your face off, short covering rally. And of course, that is now what it's looking like. It looks like we may even take out the lows for the week. So again, there's a lot of very bearish signs in these markets. If you're not used to it, don't get involved. If you're in something, do not panic. Let the markets work. Again, one of the things I can always warn everybody is if you decide to panic, you're typically wrong. So before you do anything crazy, sit back, take a deep breath and say, am I sure this is what I want to do? And that's how we would focus on these markets. But again, look for some key levels. You may want to look, at 2,700 S&P if it gets down that low. There's so many levels to look at, but we're moving so quickly right now and so fast that I don't want to see anybody get involved if you're not familiar with what you're doing. Make sure that the position you're looking for, if you're looking for something, is something that you either want to own or you want to short based on a level that you're looking at. It's very important here as we get extremely busy and this volatility is ticking up, as the VIX is flying. There's a lot of things going on. And again, it does look like there's a chance they could get very ugly, but do not, as I say, do not chase it down, do not chase it up. Sit back, relax, and look for a good solid entry point as we start to watch. And again, if you watch gold, if we get to 1240, it should probably fail there. Oil is under pressure again this morning now, so we're starting to see a break in oil. My advice to you is to observe, look for a solid spot to enter if you want to enter. Otherwise, sit back and relax. And that's why we always like to be hedged in our long-term equities, which we are having a hedging webinar on Saturday at noon Eastern. If you'd like to participate, go to bubbatrading.com. You can sign up for free. But for now, it looks like it's going to be a pretty ugly day. I don't see a big enough rally to get us back to the positive side, but we might find some buyers coming in a little bit lower from here. Right now, as I speak, the Dow is down about 400. NASDAQ's down about 100. The NASDAQ futures are down about 160. The Russell futures are down around 200, and the S&P is down around 40. So again, look for opportunity if you see it. If not, it's a great market to observe. Better to wish you were in a trade than you weren't. This is Bubba's Daily Update. We'll see you back here over the weekend with Bubba's Bottom Line and back on Monday with Bubba's Daily Update. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks so much. And of course, there is a football game tonight. We like Arizona for a pizza. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you later.